Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who do rule well and teach his truth in all honesty and sincerity. Salutations to you brothers around the four corners of the earth that push this truth in all honesty and sincerity and great diligence as well to wake up the hopeful elect of Israel. Shalom to you Akwatham that's listening and learning in silence, playing your creation role as the Heavenly Father commanded you to. Get into a quick lesson. Continue on how our people are like the heathen, and they have become like the heathen, and how the Lord always wanted us to be away and separated from the heathen and their things. Now it's a count of men of our nation keeping possessions of the heathens when the Lord commanded us not to. The Lord oftentimes commanded us to destroy everything in a city before we besieged it, or before we took it down, or before we took over the city. And he would say, you can keep this, or you can keep that, or destroy everything. Don't keep nothing. So I'm going to jump to the book of Joshua, the 6th chapter. And this is regarding the city of Jericho. And the Lord giving it to our people. I'll start at verse 10 in chapter 6. And Joshua had commanded the people, saying, Ye shall not shout, nor make any noise with your voice, neither shall any word proceed out of your mouth until the day I bid you shout, and then ye shout. So the ark of the Lord come past the city, going about it once, and they came into the camp and lodged in the camp. And Joshua rose early in the morning, and the priests took up the ark of the Lord. And 7 priests bearing 7 trumpets of ram's horns before the ark of the Lord went on continually and blew with the trumpets. And the armed men went before them, but the reward came after the ark of the Lord, the priests going on and blowing with the trumpets. And the second day they compassed the city once and returned to the camp. So they did 6 days. And it came to pass on the 7th day they arose early about the dawning of the day and compassed the city after the same manner 7 times. Only on that day they compassed the city 7 times. So they was marching around the city, before they besieged it. And it came to pass, verse 16, and it came to pass at the 7th time when the priest blew the trumpet, Joshua said unto the people, Shout, for the Lord hath given you the city. And the city shall be accursed, even it, and all that are therein, to the Lord. Only Rahab the harlot shall live, she and all that are with her in the house, because she hid the messengers that we sent. So Rahab the harlot was a heathen woman, and she aided the Israelite men. So that's why I said that only Rahab shall live, because she helped the Israelites. At verse 18, and you in any wise keep yourselves from the accursed thing, lest ye make yourselves accursed, when ye take of the accursed thing and make the camp of Israel a curse and trouble it. But all the silver and gold and vessels of brass and iron are consecrated unto the Lord. They shall come into the treasury of the Lord. So the people shouted when the priest blew with the trumpets. And so Joshua telling them the things that they can take, the silver, gold, but like idols or whatever that the heathens had, was accursed things. Leave them alone. And it came to pass when the people heard the sound of the trumpet, and the people shouted with a great shout, that the wall fell down flat, so that the people went up into the city, every man straight before him, and they took the city, and they utterly destroyed all that was in the city, both man and woman, young and old, and ox and sheep and ass, with the edge of the sword. But Joshua had said unto the 2 men that had spied out the country, Go into the harlot's house, and bring out thence the woman and all that she hath, as ye swear unto her. And the young men that were spies went in and brought out Rahab and her father and her mother and her brethren and all that she had, and they brought out all her kindred and left them without the camp of Israel. And they burnt the city with fire and all that was therein, only the silver and the gold and the vessels of brass and of iron they put into the treasury of the house of the Lord. And Joshua saved Rahab the harlot alive, and her father's household, and all that she had, and she dwelt in Israel even unto this day, because she hid the messengers with which Joshua sent to spy out Jericho. And Joshua Joshua adjured them at that time, saying, Cursed be the man before the Lord that riseth up and buildeth this city Jericho. He shall lay the foundation thereof, and his firstborn, and in his youngest son shall he set up the gates of it. So the Lord was with Joshua, and his fame was noised throughout all the country. I'm going to jump to chapter 7, continuing on. But the children of Israel committed a trespass in the accursed thing, for Ashan, the son of Carmi, the son of Zabdi, the son of Serah, of the tribe of Judah, so he will be a so-called Negro, took of the accursed thing, and the anger of the Lord was kindled against the children of Israel. So you had Joshua explaining not to take of certain things and certain things to take, but some men, a man, or the children of Israel, being disobedient, being hard-headed and stiff-necked, took of the accursed things. And Joshua sent men from Jericho to Ai, which is beside Bethaven on the east side of Bethel, and spake unto them, saying, Go up and view the country. And the men went up and viewed Ai, and they returned to Joshua and said unto him, Let not all the people go up, but let about 2,000 or 3,000 men go up and smite Ai, and make not all the people to labor thither, for they are but few. So there went up thither of the people about 3,000 men, and they fled before the men of Ai. And the men of Ai smote of them about 36 men, for they chased them from before the gate even unto Shebarim, and smote them in the going down, wherefore the hearts of the people melted and became as water. And Joshua rent his clothes and fell upon the face of the earth before the ark of the Lord until the eventide, he and the elders of Israel, and put dust upon their heads. Verse 7, And Joshua said, Alas, O Lord, Yahweh, wherefore hast thou at all brought this people over Jordan to deliver us unto the hand of the Amorites, to destroy us? Would to Yahweh we had been content and dwelt on the other side Jordan. O Lord, what shall I say when Israel turneth their backs before their enemies? For the Canaanites and all the inhabitants of the land shall hear of it, and shall environ us round, and cut off our name from the earth. And what wilt thou do unto thy great name? And the Lord said unto Joshua, Get thee up before, wherefore liest thou thus upon thy face? Israel hath sinned, and they have also transgressed my covenant which I commanded them. For they have even taken of the accursed thing, and have also stolen, and disassembled also, and they have put it even amongst their own stuff. So they took from the accursed things and blended it in with the things that they had to try to conceal it. Therefore the children of Israel could not stand before their enemies, but turned their backs before their enemies, because they were accursed. Neither will I be with you any more, except ye destroy the accursed from amongst you. So that's how it was, in Israel. We when we are obeying the law, statutes, and commandments of the Heavenly Father, He's on our side. We could stand before our enemies and take them down, with few numbers. With few numbers, we could go up against thousands of men and slay them, having the Lord on our side. But when we transgress the Heavenly Father's law, statutes, and commandments, he turned his back on us, and we be defeated. Verse 13, up, sanctify the people, and say, sanctify yourselves against tomorrow. For thus said the Lord Yahweh of Israel, there is an accursed thing in the midst of thee, O Israel. Thou canst not stand before thy enemies until ye take away the accursed thing from among you. In the morning, therefore, ye shall be brought according to your tribes, and it shall be that the tribe which the Lord taketh shall come according to the family thereof, and the family which the Lord shall take shall come by households, and the household which the Lord shall take shall come man by man. And it shall be that he that is taken with the accursed thing shall be burnt with fire, and all that he hath, because he hath transgressed the covenant of the Lord, and because he hath wrought folly in Israel. So, just wanted to point that out and finish up the lesson on, Israel being likened unto the heathen, and this particular lesson showing just how even taking things that belong to the heathens could curse us as a people, and bring judgment upon us from the Heavenly Father. We are separated, man. We are separated. We are meant to be separate. Integration only did worse for us as a people, man. Integration. We don't have nothing to do with these other nations, man. They are enemies. They hate us, and they only profit off of us, man, in our low condition. I believe it's Deuteronomy 7. I'll leave you with this. This is Deuteronomy chapter 7, in verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy power. The Lord thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. And so that's why we have the abilities we have. We have the inklings that we have. We have a zeal of the Most High more than any other people on the face of the earth. But in these times, it's not according to knowledge. So that's why you have men, and the prophets of the Lord on the highways and byways showing you. We are a special people, man, and we have nothing to do with these other nations, man. And pretty soon we will have them under in our subjection. under the Heavenly Father and His Son, Yahweh Shah, man. I hope this was an edifying lesson. I'm going to say Shalom and a Baba Ba Kwam Yasharala, man.